at the gates. I do not want to be here for the fight. And you are coming with me.
No.
They will be slaughtered. Come with me. Many women are grown to appreciate my charms. Give me a year or so.
They didn't have a choice. Oh, Edith! Edith, right? Edith? Edith? Yeah. Oh, her.
Will we get out?
Yes. Save yourself from what will follow.
No!
You will not survive the fight. Stay and you die.
Like laces with the captives.
Die then, ungrateful bitch.
Bye, bitch! Can he die? He survived way too long. He's like, who's that? Of course. You need to speak to Edward. Be like, okay, dude, stop.
He wants to negotiate.
Yeah, for real. You know, I feel like we've got a Lion King 2 situation where Sigtryggr and Uhtred need to face the others and be like, stop. They're in.
Let me speak with him. Let me speak with the king. Go with this man. If he kills things, kill him.
Oh, fucking his son is in there. His friends are in there. The biggest game of dodge ever.
Oh my god, I'm scared for you.
I'm scared for everyone.
Oh shit.
Trust him. Shield wall. Yes. Yes. In the middle of a fight, you need to make them stop. Oh, I love this! I hope everyone stops. Breed, I'm looking at you, bitch. Oh, she's in the middle. She's right there. She's like...
Please.
Oh, she's fine, she's fine. Or at least she's alive.
There will be no negotiation until we see the captives.
Their mom is gonna be dead.
Welcome.
Their mom is gonna be dead.
They won't want to negotiate then.
It's not even like, fuck.
It's not his fault, it's the freaking father-in-law.
Oh, she's still alive?
But she's so unwell.
She could still fall dead. How long does it take?
I want Ethelwich and the lands that surround it.
No, we have just recaptured Ethelwich.
Which is why I want it.
For decades, we have fought to push Danes from there. To give it to you would set us back a generation.
Then I will keep Winchester.
We can offer you East Anglia. It is bigger and has access to your homeland from the sea.
I want Ethelwich.
I cannot agree.
It is unclear what your choices are.
I'll leave you to trade between yourselves. I'll find my daughter.
You should stay, honestly.
You're kind of like one of the best mediator out there.
Yeah. Careful not to get attacked. Oh.
You think I would forget you?
Stop this, it is over.
It is never over.
Breed, fucking hell.
Rita, I spared your life.
You know nothing of how I suffer.
He was a slave too.
No Knut's child.
He is not Knut's. He is mine alone. And he will be loyal to me as no man ever has. I will breed in him a hatred of all Saxons.
And you condemn your child to a bloody death, and that will undo you?
God damn it.
Fight on them, they will kill you.
But I'm not afraid of that. I have not lost faith in what comes after. Do it. If you do not, I will become stronger. I will take revenge on all those who have betrayed me, and I will not rest until they suffer at my hand.
She's a fucking threat to peace at this point.
Or I will be your undoing.
We can't.
What was the name of
Just
the
leave.
The witch again?
Have your child.
Because we kill her at the end.
Yeah, but she wasn't a fucking childhood friend. So,
We struck a bargain. He will take Ethelwich and agree never to enter Wessex, Mercia, or East Anglia.
So you hold 3 of the 4 kingdoms? That is no humiliation.
Sigtryggr would like to take one of the captives.
He wants your daughter, oh god!
Your daughter.
no.
Oh shit!
No.
Which you have refused.
They
They
said
accept,
yes.
they accept.
Because you know what it is to have your child used in a bargain.
Stiorra is not a child.
She's his daughter! She's his daughter!
That wasn't their fucking choice to
So we did not
make.
refuse.
Ah,
Fudge you!
I knew he should have stayed.
So, I'm sorry, Uhtred, but we are over! We are so over!
I feel like he likes her, and they could grow closer.
I got the same feeling too. He likes her mind.
And she wants an adventure and stuff. Like, if she's fine with it, it's gonna be easier on him.
I miss you.
Yeah, she knows.
Why?
When I leave,
I have said no.
I'm willing to go.
What?
Sigtryggr.
He's cool. Daddy, I like the bad boys.
I want my children with me.
Maybe in Bebbanburg. Maybe then, but you're not destined to be the Lord of Cookham any more than I'm meant to live a small life there. Let me go. For the sake of all Saxons.
I've sacrificed enough for them.
I have sacrificed nothing. I want to live amongst my mother's people.
She doesn't see that as a bad thing. Which honestly, he shouldn't see it as a bad thing either. He was in there too. He was a hostage for the Danes as well.
Yeah, but that's his daughter.
I know.
What? She likes
him.
Sigtryggr is gentle.
She likes him.
What? What?
He's a man of honor.
He hasn't touched me.
No father wants to hear that.
She's at that age. Oh, he knows it. He's like, fuck. It's cool. She's okay with it, so it's cool.
How did you like your first battle?
I swear it will be my last.
You showed spirit.
Oh,
True warrior.
I so
Perhaps
much
I
see
found
them
the honor
together.
was restored. If only those who cared for me were still here to see it.
Who cares about you?
My mother is taken ill. I think the Danes have claimed another life.
Not
What
the
a
Danes. Not the Danes.
My mother cannot care for him. Please, Uhtred.
He's gonna care for the future king?
This child deserves more than a monastery. He is a brave and a good-hearted boy, but he will need guidance. Protect him.
I took a daughter from you, so I'm gonna give you one of my kids.
What would you have me do with him?
Teach him how to be a warrior and all you know of the Danes.
I actually like that.
Teach him of Northumbria.
You have just sworn you will not fight for Northumbria.
There are ways to take lands without
And
fighting.
I was
for
thinking,
them.
like, it's gonna
Sigtryggr has shown
happen.
us this.
They're gonna have all the kingdoms.
Northumbria is the last kingdom. Without it under one king,
Roll credits, guys.
there will be no England.
I mean, of all the people to fucking raise a future king.
Uhtred might be one of the best, yeah.
Because, like I said, like, yeah, they're gonna have one of the kingdoms, but eventually all the kingdoms are united, so we need a way to do that. And the last kingdom, well, apparently now it's no longer Wessex, but
Northumbria, so yeah.
which is also his home, right? It isn't Bebbanburg in the north.
Peace broke out between Saxon and Dane, and though it was not for the first time, there was a sense the truce would last, but at what cost?
That bitch.
Ambition stalks the Saxon palaces.
He's so smart.
In time, a king must choose his heir, and the bonds of blood may be tested. I now stand alone with nothing but my sword. I failed in securing my birthright.
Well, you have one more season in the
I've
movie.
given up the woman I love. As a new feud is born, revenge is certain to grow stronger. I have sworn to
love
protect
this.
a bastard child, whose path, I fear, is entwined with that of this great land. And though I have refused the service of Saxon kings, it may only be a matter of time before fate draws me back into their plans.
As they always
Because
do.
destiny is all.
It's all.
Way! Oh wow, I love
That's
this.
a really
Hey!
great finale for season
Yeah,
4.
and a finale with like literally no one dying.
No one that we care about.
No one dying. Who died?
But soldiers.
Well, yeah, but I mean like no one we know.
Aelswith is dying actually.
She's not dead yet.
She's still dying.
I know, because of that piece of shit father-in-law who's gonna be the next problem. I swear to God, we need to focus on him.
But yeah, I saw it coming though that Sigtryggr and maybe Stiorra might have
I did say he
that
liked her.
he liked her mind. He liked to talk with her. He protected her many times.
Well, I
so
said-
I'm not surprised that he asked for her to come with him.
I said he liked her, but the surprise was that she liked him back. But then again, it's not that much of a surprise.
But it's like Aelswith when she talked with what was his name again?
Eric.
Eric, yeah. When she talked
Eric? Yeah.
when she talked with him, she thought that he was different. And
Well, he was treating her like a human, first of
Yeah.
all. And he was, offering her a freedom that she didn't have
He respected
anywhere else.
her.
Yeah, I mean, that was right after she figured out that her marriage was going to be shit. So, honestly,
But
not too bad. Not too bad. I think, it's interesting because now we have ties with Sigtryggr. Close ties. I don't know how we get the 4 kingdoms together. Mercia and Wessex, and they have East Anglia. That we can understand perhaps with a marriage, if they do cousin marriage, we can have something there. With what they have, Northumbria, I don't know. And by the way, like, isn't Bebbanburg in Northumbria?
I think it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because it's in the north, that's for sure.
I
But
think it is, yeah.
yeah, okay. So
Because at season 1, it was King Ella.
Who- whatever the fuck happened
that
to
died
him.
That died at the beginning. Yeah.
well, Gisela's brother was in charge of the kingdom Bebbanburg was in, which I think is Northumbria. So whatever happened to him, I don't know. In any case, I really like Sigtryggr, and I love that he managed to strike a bargain with them. Stiorra making a decision, to go live her life and stuff. It's as soon as I figured out that she was fine with it, I was like, okay, that's not too bad.
Well, she wanted the people to just hopefully live in peace. Like Danes, Saxon, they're all the same.
Yeah,
to
but
her-
it's the
to
fact
us.
that she's more Dane than Saxon, and she's gonna have to get to live that life, which Uhtred can understand. It's his daughter, so I get that he's a bit like, but
protective of her. Yeah.
she's gonna go live the life he lived before. And it's not necessarily bad. And the guy is not that bad either. He's pretty good, if you think about it.
Good too.
So
But yeah, he's,
that's pretty cool. Well, his children, like, they're at that age where, you want them close, you want to protect them, but they're no longer children anymore. You kind of miss that part.
Well, basically, Uhtred didn't really saw his children grow.
That's what I just said.
Before-
He missed that part.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, they're at that age that they want to find their own path and
and he's got to be
live the life that
okay.
they want to live. Yeah.
Like, it's fine to protect them, but they're protected. It's fine, they're gonna be fine. And they're gonna be happy, which is the best we can hope for them.
And now we have to take care of Athelstan, the future king of all
Which I
England.
love. Like, even back in the day.
We're gonna be the best mentor.
Maybe, well, I mean.
Well, hopefully we're gonna be. Yeah.
One thing I loved about Edward when he was younger was that Uhtred was spending time with him. Maybe not enough now that we know how he ended up growing. And sometimes, yeah, he makes decisions, like in the past few episodes, questionable decisions, but he gets manipulated because of the stress of the responsibility and stuff. I get that, but still, the fact that he was so quick to turn on Uhtred, I was like, dude, the guy taught you how to fight. And then I was like, well, sometimes. But then again, he was spending a lot more time with Stiorra. And his father, Alfred, was really present in his life, whereas, Athelstan is going to be with Uhtred constantly. He's going to learn about strategies, about how to be a warrior, which is both good and, like, a bit lacking, because you also got to learn about politics, which is something Uhtred is not going to be able to teach him. But the goal with Athelstan is to have him unite all the 4 kingdoms. So if he teaches him the way of the Danes, and that's an important thing, because you cannot unite the Danes and the Saxons if the king is completely Saxon and doesn't give a shit about the Danes and their religion and how their way of life.
True.
So if Athelstan is raised by a Dane Saxon, someone who has spent time with both and kind of respects both, maybe he's going to be able to unite both. That's going to be good. And for season 5, our main antagonists, the father-in-law, with his fucking ambition, he's the perfect representation of what Sigtryggr said when he killed Erdwulf. How ambition and emotions and stuff like that can destroy basically a community.
Yeah.
Because if you're in it for yourself and yourself only, the others are going to suffer from your actions and your decisions. He doesn't think about uniting anyone. He's thinking about power and the power he can give his family. And the family doesn't include Edward and his mom, or Aethelflaed, or the kingdoms that, as kings and queens of the place, like, they should consider the people their family. He doesn't think about that shit. And what he did to Aelswith is fucking bullshit. You were survivors together. You were going through that shit together. You should have bonded, not betray each other and backstab her, when she was looking. That's fucked up.
Well, he wanted to make sure that Athelstan would have, like you said, a strong ally.
Well, he's got a strong ally.
the strongest of them all.
Yeah, but I kind of hope she doesn't die from this, because that would be bullshit. I've really grown to like her in the past few seasons.
But like we said, past season, season 4, because Alfred died in season 3.
Yes. After Alfred's death, she started doing this.
Yeah, she started doing this. So it's kind of like that.
Because they presented us with someone worse.
I kind of do believe that she's gonna die from the flower bloom, so...
Which is fucking it's such a coward's way.
It is, well...
Of taking care of someone
many
like
people
that.
said that poison is a coward way of killing someone.
It's a way to do things, but the why he does it and the way he does it is because, like, I can't win against you, when by, technically, if you're intelligent and you know what you want and you're doing the right thing, like, you should be heard and you should not be afraid of her. So how insecure do you have to be to do that?
Well, he got pretty much insecure because he got confirmed that Edward cannot choose between his two sons.
And it's totally normal.
Totally normal.
That broke my heart, that whole scene. He's a father. You can't ask a father to choose between his sons, which is why I'm like, fucking Uhtred, let's go. Because he could have been killed. He took that risk.
He could have.
A stupid, foolish plan. But he trusts in his ideas, He's like, that's the thing with Uhtred. He never knows if it's gonna work, but he's got confidence. He shows up in front of that gate and he's like, you want me more than those boys because I'm the Dane killer, because I'm that good. He's got confidence, and because of that, they fear him. I love that line of, he can make more hairs. He can't make another Uhtred. Sure. Because Uhtred has been in every battle. Like, every great Dane that they mentioned in the last episode
have been slain by
him. So that's cool. But that was just great, and I really wanted that conversation between Sigtryggr and Uhtred. We didn't get to see much of it, but I love that he was willing to negotiate, and I was so afraid Brita was gonna mess it up, which she kind of did. But like, I thought she was gonna do something even worse. Like, I thought she was gonna kill someone important.
I mean, I understand that she's pissed, that she's in a red fury, that she's feeling that every single man that she trusted betrayed her, right?
Yeah, betrayed her. Yeah, she became a fucking prisoner, and she suffered because the people she supposedly trusted couldn't give her what she wanted. And in a way, like, I'm like, girl, Uhtred can't kill you. Like, he's showed that he's proved it several times. He cannot kill you because he cares. But she sees that as betrayal. Of course, she's the one that suffers, but, like, and I mean, I don't think that if Uhtred asked Brita, kill me, I think she would do that, but that's her personality. He's not like that. He's lost too many people at this point. I think he can't take the life of someone he's cared about for so long.
No.
And as for her, like, what she's been through is different, and that made her who she is now. And yeah, maybe she would have done it if he had asked, but you can't blame him for being not soft or weak, because that it's not that, but for not being capable of killing her. And he didn't know about the baby, which I forgot about. Like, I kind of thought he knew, but apparently he didn't. So if he had known, maybe that would have been different. But then again, no, maybe it would have been worse. Like, oh, definitely not. I'm not killing you.
Oh, man.
But yeah, and then again, like, Sigtryggr, she trusts him to help, and then she hears he's making deals. And before that, like, she was with Ragnar, and she trusted Canute. He betrayed her, killed Ragnar, and then tried to manipulate her by lying and stuff. And even before that, when she was with Ragnar, and over again, Uhtred chose the Saxons. But they talked about this, and the thing I always hated about Brida is that she tends to forget or ignore the stuff that Uhtred tells her. Like, I had no choice. It was me or Ragnar. I chose to suffer instead of him. Like, I chose to serve Alfred instead of having Ragnar be a prisoner for the rest of his life. So the betrayals that she's like, oh, you betrayed me. I'm like, he had no fucking choice. And he told you that, but because of her anger, she's being irrational and she forgets about that or ignores it.
Yeah.
That's always been what I hated the most about her. She cannot be rational.
Yeah, but it is sad to think about, but like everybody else who've been doing stuff because of emotion, anger, and everything. Right now, she's giving birth to her baby alone in the wild.
Well, yeah.
Nobody's gonna be there to take care of her.
Well, she's gonna take care of it herself. Like a lot of women actually back in the day.
No, I know, but I mean,
I think she intended on doing that.
sorry.
So it's not. I don't know what you want to say. Like, is it an argument for something? Because
with the way that she's acting, she's gonna be alone.
Yeah.
Alone.
Which is the point. Yeah. She's been betrayed, so she doesn't want to be with anyone. She doesn't trust anyone. She'd rather take care of the baby herself because it's going to be hers. Which is going to be a problem because, yes, she's going to come back next season, and I don't know if we can reconcile. And if, like, I don't know how many years are going to go by between now and first episode next season.
Probably a dozen.
Yeah. But still, by the time we meet, like, if her kid is of an age that we can fight with them, he's going to be an enemy. Because she's going to teach him to hate Uhtred and the Saxons and all of that. And again, that's the thing I always despised about Brida. She's very, very emotional, which I understand, but I'm such a rational, like, I'm more of a rational person. I am emotional. Like, I cry in TV shows, and I go with my heart a lot in real life, but usually when something happens, I tend to
discuss things,
think about it.
Yeah.
Or at least if I'm emotional in the moment, it doesn't take me long after to use my head later, you know? With Brida, it's emotions after emotions after emotions, which is cool, but it pushes her to make decisions that lead to this. And it's the fact that, you know, now the only reason why she's supposedly pissed at Uhtred is because he didn't kill her when she was taken prisoner, which I understand. He also could have tried and freed her, which he would have done if it had been, you know, Aelswith D, we said that, and someone in the comments said that too. I get that. She is pissed about that. But how are you pissed at Sigtryggr for wanting peace? You know, I know you're angry, but
in her mind, she thought that Sigtryggr wanted to take over the Saxon to get all of Saxon.
He said before that wasn't his goal. Yeah, he said he wanted land.
You said it yourself. She doesn't listen.
I know. She's not. She's being irrational because of her emotions. Constantly. And, like, it had been a month. She could not calm down in a month. Edward couldn't either. Which I also didn't like.
Yeah.
You know? I get the emotional response. In the moment, it breaks my heart. But then if you can't calm down, we can't speak with you. And if it pushes you to make stupid decisions that leave you alone in the woods to fucking give birth, and after that, I mean, you fucking stabbed Uhtred because he couldn't kill you? which in my mind is more sad than anything else.
Oh.
And like, it's the fact that she's saying that to the guy who was a fucking slave for months. I'm like, girl, he's also been through some shit.
Yeah.
And he is also, I mean, he came back from that really angry, and he did kill people when he came back from that. He was broken. So, yeah, I get it. But then, like, he changed, he moved on. That's the thing. You heal from that. But Brita doesn't want to heal.
He had friends to move on.
She pushed everyone away.
That's what I said. With her action, she's alone.
Oh, it's not an argument. We're not arguing.
I know we're not arguing. Arguing, sorry.
It's me pouring out the reasons why. Like, she frustrates me.
But it's like I said, the thing with Brita, she's being so emotional, irrational, so angry. She's pushing everyone away. She's in her mind, everyone is betraying her. But some of them just want to have peace. But she's suffering.
I'm questioning sometimes how much she loves Uhtred or cares about him, because even back in the day, she was so quick to be like, oh, you've betrayed me and you've turned your back on us. Like, every time something would happen, she was the first one to be like, fuck you, you turned your back on us. And I'm like, if you trust him, if he's your friend, how come you can't fucking calm down and think about why he's doing this? She was always the first to be like, oh, you turned your back on us and spit at him and stuff. She's always been the one to give him the most grief for what he's done, never taking a moment to think about why he did that, if he had the choice. Because he never had the choice, especially in the beginning. So she never gave him the benefit of the doubt. If you care about someone and you trust them, you give them the benefit of the doubt. You don't throw accusations like this, but she's always been like that. She's so quick to hate. And like, now I can understand it after everything, but since she's been like this since season 1, it's hard to let that go.
To be compassionate about it right now, right?
Yeah. Because like, at this point, even fucking Aelswith has changed. She was a certain way because of her faith, and then she was proven wrong a few times, and she switched sides a little bit. She still shows signs of her faith and, you know, her disdain for Ethan's, but she's made headways. Whereas for Brita, in my opinion, is the same as season 1, just with more hate.
Yeah. I know, baby. I know.
So in any case, I mean, we're gonna see her as an enemy next season, and
she's been an enemy since.
Well, no, this season she was, for a while she was an enemy, but she was at peace with Uhtred.
Yeah, but now next time that she's gonna see us, she's gonna throw an axe at her head.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good, and her kid is not gonna be good either.
But before we end that conversation, I want to go and talk about Edith and Finn.
Oh, yeah.
Because they did push that storyline a couple of times, but maybe with him or Husbert. But it is sad that in her mind she considered that nobody right now cares about her, because she thinks that since her brother is dead, she's alone, like truly alone.
For a long time, all she had was her family. And he's gone. And even before that, like, he was gone way before he died.
Yeah.
He was making decisions that didn't really matter to her or anything. He wasn't listening to her.
I do really hope, though, that...
He made a face. He made a face.
He made a face like, girl, I care about you, come on!
Yeah,
but I do hope that they continue to...
Push
this storyline, because...
If it's 12 years later and he's still wondering, like, should I say something? I'm gonna be like, Finnan, where's that Irish pride you talked about?
But she deserved to be happy. She went through some shit. She is a good character, a good person.
Oh man, I was scared she was gonna die in that stampede.
Me too. I was scared that she's gonna be killed by one of her men by accident.
Well, or at least just fucking stampede. Like, she would be crushed.
She almost got stampede. She got hurt.
Well, she was on the ground, yeah, so... I'm surprised no one died in this finale. Like, for everything that happened, we came out of this good.
So, beside Brita, it's a good ending for this finale.
Oh, Brita, at this point, I'm not even surprised. I'm just, like, more and more disappointed in her decision. I understand them. I just...
But you're disappointed in her.
Yeah, but everything else, I'm like, good. Well, except Aelswith. And what the fucking stepdad, what father-in-law is doing.
That she's gonna die in season 5.
I mean, if there's a time jump, that means she's either still alive or they won't show us her death.
No, they're gonna show us her death.
I would have expected them to show us her death, but they ended this without her dying. So either she's gonna survive or she's gonna be ill for the rest of her life. Like she's gonna be frail and ill.
Or die at the beginning of season 5.
Like years later.
We might not have a time jump.
There's at least gonna be a month between this episode and the next.
We'll see. We'll see.
They do
But-
like 10 years time jumps in the middle of seasons.
But still, good finale. I like
Really, really good. Like, stressed us good, made us feel for those characters. Good performances. Bad CGI, but that's fine. I'm glad. And now we're at the last season. The last kingdom has been mentioned. It's not Wessex.
It is not.
Which is interesting, but it's fine. And I'm excited with what they're gonna do for the last season. I mean, there's a movie after that ties in, like it's the epilogue, sort of.
Oh.
So, at least we know they make it till the movie.
The movie.
At least Uhtred, right? Unless the movie is really about, like, everyone else.
Way in the future.
I don't think so. I think that the actor has been speaking about the movie, so I would expect him to be in the movie.
We'll see.
We'll see. Doesn't mean they can't kill him, but I kind of wish they don't. We can do whatever. He's not a real person. So he's not mentioned, so we can do whatever. Why not? Okay.
Alright.
So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the first episode of the next season right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one shall be on YouTube in 10 years, so wait for it, guys.
Next week.
And we're gonna see you then, so...
10 years. Jesus.
Time jump.
Yeah, sure.
Bye, guys.